Alrighty, folks, welcome back to another Wednesday in Westeros. I am your host, Carl, aka Papa Bear from Stats. Today I have another special guest. You may know him as Sleepy Stove. Please welcome Mr. Steve Garcia. How about you introduce yourself, sir?
Hello, I'm Steve Garcia, aka Sleepy Stove, and I play out of Fresno. We are Knights of the Valley over here, and yeah, we go up there and we try to challenge Carl and his group every now and then and have a good fun.
Yeah, that's right. We Sacramento and Fresno have been getting games in for quite a long time, it's always a pleasure to go down there as well. I just did not too long ago. I brought my Rainbow Boltons and did okay. It was a very fun time. Lots of new players in your
Yeah,
in your local area. So
yeah,
the
we just
reason.
got a good slew of new players because we did an event to try to get new players to join, and we actually got quite a few people to join,
Yeah, so
which is awesome.
we're gonna talk a lot more about Fresno. First, I'm gonna do my standard upcoming event schedule here. There was no, not that I'm aware of, there was no events this previous last weekend, so we don't have any reflection to do, or highlights, I guess you could say, or pictures, that kind of thing. So upcoming, first, I want to make a point to shout out tomorrow night in Sacramento and every Thursday ish. I might not be doing every single Thursday, but that is the idea. Game night at my place of work, Pete's Restaurant and Brew House. I love this place. They have a whole upstairs area. This is where we had Wardens of the West number two. So we have a full bar, we have a pool table, and we have tons and tons of space for games. And we'll have a trivia hour. So that is going to be every Thursday night. Upcoming song events, tournaments include the BC Provincials this upcoming weekend. If you are up there on the west side of Canada, don't miss out in Vancouver. I hope they have a huge, awesome turnout there. We have Wardens of the Midwest I just added, so they do monthly, but I wanted to get that one in because it was part of the upcoming events on stats. So I added quite a few actually this week. So we have the Chicago, well technically Mountain Prospect, sorry, Illinois Wardens of the Midwest, the Canadian Nationals same weekend, and then Jared's Farewell here in Great Escape in Arden. So that's going to be on a Sunday. Um, that one is looking like about a half dozen so far. So that's going to be fun. We have, let's see, this one was added. We have over in Kentucky, Lexington, May 31st. We have another May 31st in Pennsylvania. And then we go into June. In June, we have Kentucky again. We have another Battleground Collectibles in Texas. We have a Tacoma, Washington here in the West Coast. Details are coming. That's going to be from George up in the Terra Crew family over there. I'm not sure if they're still doing that game shop or not, but we have details coming. And then over to July, we have another Texas College Station this time. We go over to Georgia. We have a Gigabytes. I haven't seen that name in a while. Gigabytes Tabletop Cafe event July 12th. Then we have a Minnesota event. That's what's up. Mr. Evan, maybe, is involved with the Chimera 40 point in Dreamer's Vault. And then we hop into August with another Texas event over in Belton at Battleground Collectibles. Wardens of the West 3, heyo, Pacificon Labor Day weekend. And then into October where we have a Bourbon City Brawl in Kentucky, a College Station, Texas event, a U.S. Nationals October 11th through 13th, and then ending October with another Louisville, Kentucky event over in, let's see here, Louisville. All right. So, just a reminder U.S. Nationals Breaking of the Chains 2025, October 11th through 13th. We're going to have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday events. The link is here in the doc, which is in the description. We have some incredible sponsors. We have over 40 players and counting. Every painted army gets a prize. Let's see here. You can get a early bird priced entry as a prize to your event. You can if you contact us, we'll hook you up. We still have over 5 months to go, so it's looking like this is going to be a spectacular event. Don't miss out. Wardens of the West 3 here on the West Coast in the Bay Area. Labor Day weekend. Part of Pacificon events. Lots of miniature games and tournaments happening. It's going to be great. We have the what I loved about it last time I went was the flea markets. They're going to have those again. They have Warlord Games coming. I have the hotel link here. Make sure you get that before they're gone. And then the special price ticket here just for our event. For our players, we have a pretty sweet deal on the week pass. All right. So we'll get to the list of the week later. Let's hop over to the Ender's Game page. So this is Ender's Games. And back over to Steve. Let's talk about your. I asked you earlier, but let's restart that discussion on how you got started with the game.
Yeah, so I used to play. This is we used to have our events over at a hobby town over here before it got closed. But I used to go there for a different tabletop game. The was it Warhammer Shadespire Underground, Warhammer Undergrounds, and my friend Zach used to play Song of Ice and Fire, and he introduced me, and that's where I met Preston, who's pretty much our godfather over here. He's the one that roped as many players as he can, and really started the community from the ground up. And it's all thanks to Preston that our community exists and it flourishes as much as he did because he put a lot of work into it. But when he told me about it, I was like, cool. I watched Game of Thrones. I was like, and I asked my friend like, is Targaryens in? And they had like just released Targaryens, so I was like, awesome. So I pretty much cracked open a starter and joined their first tournament, my first tournament, and I was just ever since Targaryens was released, I have been just playing since then.
Oh, all right, very cool. So Targaryens. How do you feel about Targaryens at the moment?
I haven't played with them more recently. They have like Khal Drogo he's still our top commander. He's still doing Khal Drogo things. He's a very powerful commander because he's an all cav. I feel like some of our infantry stuff outside of Danny could use a little bit of like synergy. Because I feel like if you're playing Targaryens, you're either playing Khal Drogo or you're playing one of the Daenerys. So I feel like we could use a little bit of support for other commanders, so hopefully they can see some play. But I still like Targaryens. I like the dragons. I play the dragons a lot, and I've learned that they're a very hard faction to play or list to play. But if people aren't expecting dragons, then dragons can get away with a bit of stuff.
Yeah. In this new season, we have those Dothraki blood riders being pretty prevalent with the ignoring weakened pretty much. So the last event I looked at where Targaryens won, I think that was Camarillo down in the SoCal area. Targaryens had won with two different lists, and none of the units cared about weekend at all.
Yeah, I actually recently like got to play a list where it was like, yeah, my list doesn't care about weekend, because it was Khal Drogo and his Blood Riders, which they can't become weakened, and then it had Outriders with the last Blood Rider attachment, so now my ranged cavalry can't become weakened, and then I had two Swordmasters, which don't care if they have a weakened token on them either.
Yeah,
So like all my units can't really be weakened. So
it's pretty bananas. So if you're not playing with them right now, what are you getting on the table?
uh, right now I've been doing a lot with the new faction Brotherhood with Brotherhood Without Banners, and I've been being a bully online with with
A
them.
a bully. Sounds about right. Man. So let's talk more about your local area. So this was man when Targaryens came out. I don't even know how long ago that was. To be honest, that must have been like 4 years ago, maybe
Yeah,
something
it's definitely quite a few years ago.
something like that. So you guys have always been a strong local group. We're talking like probably 30 plus just in your like immediate local area. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, we have about like 30 plus like in our chat, but not everybody comes out and plays at the same time. But usually during our weekly game days, we get about like 10 to 14 players show up weekly to play.
That's awesome. So I have that up now. So you guys play Tuesday nights, 3 to 10. And do you have a little? I just want to share a little bit about that. Do you know the specifics on like the Ender's Game story, like how it's survived and everything, and how it's still strong?
I know a little bit about it. There was like a feud between the owners.
Uh,
Apparently, one person was going to take it over from an owner, and then internal stuff happened. I don't know the full details, but he decided to not take owner of it anymore. And then the original owner, who was trying to transfer it to him, couldn't afford it. So we were like now at a really critical moment where like Enders had shut down for a while, and we were able to go there. Uh, so we had tried to find a new place to play. But luckily, somebody from the Enders community who played there on other stuff was able to actually take over the contract and take over the store just in time, and they were able to like revive the store, and the whole community flooded back to the store.
gotcha. Yeah,
So
that
yeah, we
was
were very lucky that somebody else was there to able to pick up the store and like get it right off the ground.
yeah, that's incredible. It survived, and I think the new owners is who was running it when I went there last, and they were just super awesome with our group,
Yeah,
and it was a great time.
yeah, story.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at their
he's
stock.
very very friendly.
I'm looking at their stock now. They got some they got some stone throwers available. Watch out. Uh, yeah, looks like a Night's Watch is available at the store here. um, speaking of stock, um, that really matters in this type of game, mostly for new players. Uh, let's talk about that process you guys had, which I think this was mostly Cody, if I'm not mistaken, kind of organizing it, or Preston being the organizer and Cody being the one developing the docs and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. But why don't you talk about that whole like idea and everything, whatever, however much you know about it, um, of of
The new player event.
of the new players, yeah, getting new players to their to
Yeah.
your
Oh,
clan.
Cody is one of our forerunners. He does like a lot of planning for like the outside events for like our tournaments and non-league events like narrative games and stuff like that. I pretty much just handle the leagues, and then Cody will like come up with stuff for the other events, and we've mainly been taking over so that way because Preston got us going and ran the stuff for a long time. But
Yeah,
now that we have a lot of other veteran players now, we've kind of like taken the mantle and now allow Preston just kind of to enjoy the game while we're taking over more of the responsibilities of like running events and stuff like that. So I think Cody was the one who put the event up for the new player event, and yeah, we just posted. We just got like info out there. We had Dory post up on her shop about the event, and we were just like word of mouth. Just if you have a friend who wants to play, like invite them to come play. And we had all of like a lot of our veteran players there to do demos, and we had people play. We had some of our normal community have games going on to so that people can watch and we can show them. And we had people actually do demos where we had a new player actually play a game with a veteran, and they were like just showing them the like how it plays. And we had documents uh of like the rules ready and stuff like that, so people can like look through the rules and learn. And we just had like all the info that we could available for new players if they had any questions. We had plenty of veterans to like just like being around to answer any questions. And yeah, it was just a great time. And we have a lot. I believe we sold at least like 14 starters that day.
wow.
Just
That's
starters, not even like unit boxes. There was some unit boxes that sold as well, but just starter sets alone was like 14 starters.
yeah, that's pretty awesome. I think I might have. I'm gonna go really quick. Bam, 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 bam. Beginner. This is on. Nope, I don't have it super ready. Demo, beginner. No. Okay. Well, I thought I had that doc that Cody shared with me somewhere. It was great. Had a bunch of links, had a bunch of YouTube links for like if you want to learn how to play and um, so huge success. 14 starters. Wow. So now you're cruising along, and I want to talk to you specifically about your league. Man, where did and once again I've lost the doc. So you are you in charge of it or what's
Yes,
the
I run the leagues. So people will like I post the pairings. I do all the like I handle all the signups and handle all the getting all the prizes and stuff like that for the league.
Mhm.
Um, we have people in our community who have 3D printers, and sometimes they'll do like 3D printed stuff for like best in faction stuff. Like they'll do like markers for banners for best in faction, or like best in faction rulers, or boxes for cards and dice and tokens and stuff like that. Boxes. And so we have some people, like some of the community members who have 3D printers will like print stuff for prize supports. But as far as like other stuff like unit boxes, the neoprene terrain, stuff like that, I go out and get for prize support with
Okay.
prize money. And all the
Okay.
prize money goes towards the support. So
Gotcha.
it's a yeah, it's all just back into the community. And I will like use the price support to get unit boxes from the store, so we're help supporting our local store to keep it up and running as well.
Yeah, perfect. So your league is, let's see. You got your entry fee that 100% goes to prizes, and then you have each round says you get 2 weeks to get your game in. So this is 6 rounds. So
Sometimes
this
I don't know if
is
it's enough time.
yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. It's when I do the weekly ones like online that are just anyone can play from anywhere. Like I struggle getting in my game, and so I totally understand. And let's see. So these are 6 rounds, so 12 weeks. So okay. So you pretty much like a quarterly thing, or do you guys go right into another league one after the other? Do you guys take breaks?
Sometimes there'll be a little bit of a break depending on when it happens. Like usually around Christmas time, even like sometimes in the middle of a league, if the league extends a little bit in towards like the Christmas break, uh, like around the Christmas time, because those holidays are very hectic. Sometimes we'll take a couple of weeks off for that holiday and then continue after it.
Question number two: do you guys always do 40, or have you experimented with point size in the past?
We have most of the time we do the standard 40, which is now the 40 plus the four attachments. But we have done like an escalation type league where we started at like 30 points and have like gone up by like 5 points, or like so every, or like by 10 points every so often. So we've done like where it was like the first two rounds were like 30 points, the next two rounds were 40 points, and then the last two rounds were like 50 points.
That's cool.
So we've done like an escalation type where like we've increased the point sizes going throughout the league.
Yep. And then you have league standings are pretty similar to CMON standard, but it looks like you have some extra rules for the SPs to try to to make sure. Let's see, to make sure the buys aren't as good as a crushing. It looks like is one reason, and the no contest draws when you just can't get. Is that when you can't get a game in? The no
Yeah,
con. Okay,
it's just if you guys don't get a game in and you guys can't do it, we'll mark it as a no contest draw. But because we are a friendly league and like we're like a casual league, we give players time to like you have pretty much until the whole league is over to try to make up your game, and then I can readjust the scores.
I see.
So we just don't, because especially now we have a lot of new players. We want them just to feel like this is a very relaxed, like chill community where it's like, hey, if you can't get your game in, you did pay to play, you can make up your game. And we just want to feel like you just still feel welcome. Is like we're not gonna just like cheat you out of playing. Is like we know life's difficult sometimes, and some people just have a hard time playing their game because of a variety of circumstances. So we give you that leeway to just like you have until the whole league is over to make up the game.
Awesome. I mean, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so tertiary points, which I somehow didn't see this earlier, is perfectly written. Is the same as standard standard standing. So, have you ever thought about changing this to differential? So like you compare destroyed versus what you've lost, and then you have a negative or positive number. So
No,
I've done
never
that.
actually.
I've done that in a tournament before, and it was well received. It was a while ago, and everything just kind of became standardized with everyone using stats, which we've all loved. So I've been using that for the last I don't know how many years. But when before stats was even a thing, the first thing I did was say I don't like this, and I did a differential of and so that was interesting. I just wanted to throw that out there in case you've ever thought about it. So
No,
that's
that's never crossed my mind. I would love to get more details on that later, and maybe we can see about implementing it into the league.
cool. Um, let's see
Um,
here. We have
yeah,
terrain. This is
yeah,
always the like the main question of everyone's different tournaments.
yeah. We do play a little bit differently over here than you guys do in Sacramento.
How
I know
so?
you guys are in favor of picking your own train, but down here in
Oh
Fresno,
yeah,
we like it's community voted that majority of our player base loves the rolled train set.
yeah. I mean, I get it. I totally. I understand. It shakes it up enough, and it's kind of like, I guess, low, like, um, low time. You don't have to sit there and think like for a
Yeah,
while about how to counter someone's list or whatever. You're just like
you just
you're like
adapting to the
this is
field.
what we got.
Yeah, you just adapt to the field.
Yeah, yeah. So that's cool. Hey, I've actually heard of a lot of people that like this. So I'm not sure if you saw all the different options. I had a list of different terrain methods on one of these Wednesdays in Westeros. I'm not sure if you caught that one, but there was like six different styles of terrain that people use, and so I'm hoping to experiment a little bit. One of them was a combination of like there's four pieces, right? So two are randomized and two are player picked, and then like there was there's of course completely random, and then there's so many. We don't have to talk about that now. Let's stay focused. Stay focused. So how's your league going now? How many players are we talking?
Uh, right now, we did have like a couple of people drop because of like uh emergencies and stuff like that. They had like family issues. But right now we got let's see, 16 players right now in the league.
Nice. That's a good turnout, man. That's pretty great, especially for like a long commitment like this. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then I didn't have it in the doc I sent you about the league, but we do have a bounty system that we do here, which the person who used to run the leagues before me, Robert Crocker, he ran the leagues before me, and then when he got really busy, I took over the leagues. But he started the bounty system, which we all pretty like. So what we do with the bounty system is the top two players who got first and second in the last league now have a bounty going into the next league. First player starts at $30. Second player starts at $20. Every round that they win, their bounty goes up $10. But if somebody beats them, they claim that bounty as a gift card towards the store. But if the person with the bounty goes undefeated all the way, they collect their own bounty at the end of the league.
Wow, that is cool. I love that. That's pretty sweet.
So, yeah, it gives people like some incentive to like, okay, I have a bounty. I got to try and hold it, but then also gives players like, okay, I'm fighting against somebody who has a bounty. Try to give it my all.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
take.
yeah. My matchup this week is a bounty, so I'm gonna really focus this week or whatever. That's really cool, man. That's awesome. Good job, Robert.
Yeah,
Good,
that was all him.
cool. Do you happen to know? I don't have it up on right now, but do you happen to have? I was super interested. Is it this weekend or was it last weekend? Cody's narrative event.
Oh, yeah, I believe it was last weekend. I think.
I didn't see any pictures or anything, so
Yeah, I think he just posted
oh, I missed it.
some pictures because he's I'm not sure where he posted them. Uh,
But do you
okay,
know
yeah.
do you? I thought it was
So
pretty cool. Let's see here. I was gonna say, do you know anything about it? Do you want to share or?
It's
So
in the
so
the Fresno Discord under clips, highlights, and photos. I believe is where he has some of those pictures.
well, that makes sense. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Uh, I unfortunately wasn't able to attend that. I really wanted to, but my brother was graduating from college, and I was going to that instead.
Understood. No worries. It looks like so basically what I'm getting is you guys have monthly like 1 day all day events, right? So
Yeah,
this time was
yeah, so
was a narrative thing.
yeah. So this was in place of our standard tournament day. So normally we have like a monthly tournament every second Saturday of the month. But this month, instead of doing a tournament, we did a bunch of narrative scenarios, and we coordinated players with like their faction and what time they could play, and Cody paired somebody with another player that met a scenario. So like if one person was playing Baratheon and like another person was playing like Greyjoys, uh, they we had like a sign and she's like, okay, these are the factions I play. This is the time slot I can go into, and then Cody's like, cool, we have a Greyjoy player here, a Baratheon player here for this time frame. They can play this scenario.
Very cool. I'm looking at it now. Sorry guys, I don't have it up on screen. It's in the Fresno Discord. I'll ask Cody to share them in our West Coast Bannerman Discord. There's some really cool stuff. He did a Battle of the Bastards scenario. He did a Battle Under the Wall. He has all these lots of good pictures and the War of the North. Wow, look at that! That is how many points is that? Jeez Louise, that sounds fun. And oh, there's another different battle going. I don't see the name of that one. So it looks like 4 scenarios on your last one. That's pretty sweet, man. I like that idea. So just keep switching it up. And so, I mean, it seems
Thank you
like
for
he came out and just like had the community vote like what you guys wanted for each for this month or
yeah.
whatever. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we try to involve our community as often as we can with stuff, so everybody feels like they have a voice or that they can participate. And it's not like this is what we're doing, play or don't play.
Yeah, understood.
So we try to make it very community based and let everybody know like yeah we're a cool community. Give us your ideas. If you have any ideas, let us know. What we can change stuff and make things better.
Awesome. Well, before we wrap up, I mean, thank you for coming on. Is there anything else you want to mention from about Ender's Games or upcoming events or your community in general? I mean, we I know you gave a shout out to Preston, and I just want to follow that up with another one because that guy has done so much, not just for you guys but for us up here in Sacramento as well. So, a huge shout out to the Godfather,
Yeah,
for
all
sure.
impressive.
But anything else?
Yeah, yeah, no. Enders is a very great store. They're very accommodating. They're very nice. They always try to make sure that we have tables available for us, and they're just a great place to play. They're always very friendly. Like I said, we have our game nights every Tuesday and our monthly tournaments every second Saturday of the month. So feel free to come down and get some games in, and we're glad to have you.
Bam.
And we'll be up. We'll be up. At least I'm going to be up there for a Warden of the West to try to take that banner from you guys.
Hey, let's go. Awesome. Sounds good. Okay, well, to finish up our Wednesday in Westeros, there is. Hey, look at there. Speaking of which, Wardens of the West 3, Pacificon, Labor Day weekend. Get your tickets, get your rooms. It's going to be a blast. Lots of fun stuff outside of the event, but also the event itself, of course. Our community is just a great group of guys. It's going to be fun times. I'm
Yeah,
working.
we'll be there, so we'd love to have you guys over.
Yeah, yeah. I'm working
Yeah,
I'm working on reveals as soon as I can. I've been involved with nationals, and I will admit my brain has been in that vibe for a while. But I do have Wardens of the West reveals coming soon as far as prizes and stuff. I'm doing the best I can, scraping that together. There's some really cool. I mean, honestly, the 3D print technology, I gotta say, has just come such a long way. So, I'm working on hiring some cough cough Cody and whoever else with
he's our go to 3D printer as well for prizes.
yeah, that guy's machine
He's
that guy's
amazing.
machine is
He does a lot for our community as well. He's another backbone for our community. He does a lot for us as well.
100%. um you guys have quite the honestly quite the group of guys. I mean, you got Val with his amazing artwork, who, hey, check it out, did Breaking of the Chains here for Nationals. And we have something that we're working on. The test piece is en route to my house, so I don't want to say more until I know it's feasible. Because if the test piece is crap and it doesn't work out, then I don't want to get everybody's hopes up. But we have some fun stuff. Me and Val are working on a lot of fun stuff, so I'll just say that. As far as like the Peacekeeper game shop that I'm trying attempting to run, not as a side gig for now, and who knows where it goes, but little sneak peek there. So you got Val, you got Robert, who was man, both Val and Robert were such great folks to have helping me out at the last LVO. They just volunteered their time. I mean, I tried to hook them up with
Yeah,
some stuff for their time, but
yeah,
they were just
yeah.
like we're here anyways.
Yeah,
So
uh, yeah. They came because I was participating in LVO, so they just came to tag along and have fun, and yeah,
sweet.
since they were there but weren't playing, they're like, might as well help out. They're
Yeah,
really great guys. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. And this is not to discount any of my boys up here in SAC. We got quite
oh,
the crew too. But I'm just highlighting the Fresno guys. I mean, you guys. I've seen lots of familiar faces. One face I haven't seen in a while, and I'm not sure if you know anything about this stellar gentleman, is Mr. Joe Batts. Do you know what's going on with Joe at all?
I don't. I know he's had a lot of. Well, the only thing I really know is he had a lot of really like his job was like getting really busy and hectic, and he just had like a lot of life stuff going on.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Uh,
when he's gonna be back. I know I think he still like likes to play. He still like wants to play. I'm just not sure when he's gonna have the free time to kind of come back. But
makes
we're all so excited, like hoping he does come back because he was a really good Night's Watch player.
Yeah, and I mean he got very unlucky, but he was stomping people with dragons back in the day too. I remember that. Anywho, I hope to see his face again soon. Is another great guy, and
Yeah,
you got Matt down there currently with 2 wins in a row, I think, uh, playing his Starks. So he's been around quite a while. So I
yeah,
just thanks for coming on, and a shout out to your community over in Fresno, and I can't wait to hang out with you guys again. And I guess
yeah,
that
that'd be
does it.
fun.
I do have a list of the week. I was gonna highlight my opponents list for my own league that's going on here in SAC. I put up his list, but since I have you here, Steve, do you want to send me one of like your favorite lists right now, and we'll talk about it that you got going on? Maybe a Brotherhood list.
Oh yeah, I'll post the one I've been bullying people with.
There we go. Okay, so while he's gathering that, I'll just go over my opponent's list here. We have a rightful heir list. He has 3 Kingsmen and Lightbringers with Davos. I mean, you see what's going on here. This as soon as you see this setup, if anyone's
Do you want me
played,
to send it to you directly or post it in the general chat?
you can send it to me either way. Directly probably is fine.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see here. We're as soon as you see this list, you already know who my opponent is. Probably, if you if you guys are familiar with our group, this is Bob. He's got a synergy that he likes, and he's down to abuse it. So, Kingsmen are gonna punch my face in. Probably, I'm gonna try to take him on with Mag the Mighty later today. And I see Patchface. I haven't seen Patchface in quite a while. I wonder what he'll try to discard from me from Mag's deck. This is my first time I'll be playing Mag, so I don't even know what card he should get rid of. So this will be fun. But it's a Clash of Kings game, and I think he has one of these. Justin or Brian has the gosh, what do you call it? We discard cards and search for one. So
Oh,
he'll
battle plan.
battle plan. So he'll be getting out that dumbass Stannis card, the +2 auto wounds, which is pretty much anti Giants, I think. So
Yeah,
that's gonna
it really
suck.
good.
Yeah, because it's not gosh unblockable hits. It's just straight wounds. So that's gonna be terrible. But we'll see what I can do. I've got some tricks up my sleeve. So let's see here. We got Steve's list. There it is. Let's talk about this guy. Da dun da dun. just delete these. See ya. See ya. And paste. All right, Mr. Brotherhood. Talk us through. What are we doing here?
All right, so this is a very tanky healing list, and it's been demoralizing people to try to kill that 4 point peasant unit.
So
uh,
I mean, so that's how you lead off. You just kind of hang back. Let's see. You have sword knights. Yeah. So you have double cab fortune seekers, archers with Gendry, and barrack peasants. Okay. Let's open up some stats here. Go to the builder. Go
yeah,
ahead.
so I usually will still just like run up the field and try to like get on points if I need to, or just like kind of like give like position myself in a way where it's like okay, it's like I know you want to come attack me, so I will like here's a target for you to attack, or like whoever you're gonna hit, somebody else can like attack in. I try to like angle the cav a little bit more diagonally, so if you hit them, the peasants can sentinel in. If you hit the peasants, then the cav is going to get the flank charge. Um, and of course, this is all with the Totally Cav having that rally banner, um, which is a very strong ability, allowing me to heal one off passing morale test in the short range. Um, all the Fortune Seekers have Dauntless, and then Barrack gives the peasants heal off morale as well. So I'm just like healing two every time I pass morale tests. Um, So people like come and do a bunch of damage, and then they're like, I'll heal two, and then I'll activate Revelia, discard a card, heal some more. Or if they did like a bunch of wounds, I'll pop Tycho, heal all that damage back up, and then just keep the health coming back after every punch. And people like throw like 30 attacks into my peasants, and I'm just like slingshotting back and forth between like one rank, three ranks, one rank, three ranks.
Oh man, that's got to be demoralizing. I remember
And
Knights. I remember
archers.
when Night's Watch first came out, they were doing that a lot to people, and people were like, "Screw these guys."
Yeah,
Is that how it feels right now? People are like, "They're
yeah.
the new
Like why can't I
Night's
kill this
Watch."
4 point unit? It's 4 points. Why can't I kill it?
Yeah. So
Uh, the archers are there for like multi-purpose. I can shoot into melee to trigger panic test to heal my units too. Um, the Gendry allows me for one, it was just to take advantage of the extra point attach slots because
okay.
I
So
didn't really, I don't have much to put in it, but Gendry also allows me a better chance at winning an archer fight. If my opponent has an archers and I like line up archer versus archer, I have a better chance at winning the archer fight with resilience.
yeah, you sure do. That works on range. So that's pretty fun. Like, yeah, you want to go toe to toe? Let's go.
But
Interesting.
if they don't have an archer unit, then I will just shoot into my own melee so I can heal my guys too.
Okay, so this is the list. Barrack and out of Barrack's cards, what do you look for during this? I mean, are they all just amazing or?
The only one that really matters is assault orders. The other like the six times too many is nice. Like if I have it and somebody does try to kill that peasants and the peasants do try to go down, it is a nice way to try to like last ditch keep the peasants alive and try to heal them back up to make it even more demoralizing.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, which is like very situational, because a lot of times like I'll have that card in my hand and my opponent still can't kill the peasants normally, so I don't even get to play it.
Jeez
Uh,
Louise.
but like the other card, like his morale card, I don't really use that card. It's mainly another pitch card for Revelia. The only one that I actually utilize is Assault Orders because it's just a free attack.
Yeah. So I mean, assault orders with, I mean, what's your? Because they got to use lowest dice, right? So I mean, you're probably on
Yeah, so
probably sword knights or
both Cav are 5 dice on the lowest, but if I have the gang up, then it's 6 dice on twos with rerolls.
uh, f- six gang up. Oh, gang up. Where's gang up at? Oh, peasants. Oh my gosh. Yeah, not bad. Not too bad. Okay.
Yeah, so like 6 dice on twos with rerolls with Sundering, that's still not bad for Assault Orders. So,
Okay. Well,
but
nice
yeah,
list.
it's
Nice
a very
annoying list you got here. Do you have a weakness? What do you hate to see?
So this list falls apart if I can't make my morale checks. If I fail my morale check,
Ah,
this list just crumbles.
interesting. Okay. Bolton's
Which
having.
I've had happen where it's like even when I have like flat panic test, and I just like rolled like 3 morale every time, or like
Yeah.
4 morale every time. This list can fail. It's happened before where I just don't roll my panic test. I just like spike failing my morale. But it's all based off the morale. So as long as I'm winning my morale, I'm pretty good at surviving.
Cool beans. Well, thank you for sharing your list. And once again, thank you for coming on, and thank you to your
Yeah,
whole local community for being so awesome. So Fresno, shout out to Fresno and all your players out there. Thanks again, Steve.
you're welcome.
Final words.
Get ready to hand over that banner.
All right. All right. And thank you, everyone, for checking out Wednesday in Westeros episode, I think 5 that we're on now. I might be streaming right after this a sim game with my opponent. If not, then I will see you all next time. And that does it. All right, y'all. Bye bye.
Well.